Yeah, welcome back to DXB today. Hope you're enjoying these early days of a brand new season, early days of a brand new year as well. How's 25 been for you so far? Hopefully this evening's show's given you a little bit of inspiration, food for thought out there. Why? Because we are tapping into your inner passions at the moment. And you know what? Might be a passion for absolutely anything. A passion for pumps, maybe? Yeah, that's an old school name for sneakers, kicks and otherwise. And that's where we're going now. Why? Because passion knows no age. Our next guest is in his early 20s. Basically lives by three words: sneakers, streetwear and success. He turned his love for sneakers into, what, an $8 million empire at the moment, a business that is booming. Please welcome Adnan Jassat, the CEO and the founder of ThrillerME. ThrillerME is with us here in the studio. Thanks so much indeed for being with us.
Thank you for having me, Tom.
Good to see you as always. How's the start of the year been? All right so far?
Fantastic, yeah. Start of the year is always fantastic. You line up the goals for 2025. It's looking good.
Let's talk goals if we can.
I like that.
What are the goals of ThrillerME?
So look, 2025 is a very busy year for us. 2024, we ended on a good note. 2025, I mean, we want to expand our reach from being the largest pioneer in the Middle East. We want to expand to the US, Africa, north of Europe, etc. So we just want to expand our existing base all the way to different parts of the world, and hopefully we can replicate the success we've had in the Middle East elsewhere. Just
to set it up for all our viewers, you know, I've had the privilege of chatting to you in the past, etc.
Yeah.
But what sort of sets ThrillerME apart from others?
So not only are we the first marketplace for sneakers, streetwear and accessories, but we're actually the largest marketplace for sneakers, which means that we have the largest variety of products that you can find anywhere else in the world. Yeah. So we definitely have an edge over our competitors because we have at the moment, I think I checked this morning, about 120,000 different items on the website. So that's definitely a big plus when shopping with us. On top of that, we have stuff like price guarantees. We got stuff like instant shipping, which is a big thing in the region, and we definitely trying to follow that. So I say that's the main edge that we have.
Right.
Yeah. Adnan, you know, at an age where I think most people are pursuing traditional jobs and passions, you took a big risk, and this is something we're all talking about, especially the new year. Why did you decide to do it? How did you have so much focus? Did you always know this was a dream of yours? I mean, even at such a young age.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's definitely a unique position that not many people take. I'd say the main difference between me and most people is, well, I started reading a lot of books when I was in school. I was quite bored of school, so I started reading entrepreneurship books, and I've been looking at founders, and what I've learned through reading all of these different books is that every single founder has a unique trait, and that unique trait was they always started a business that solved a problem.
Yeah.
And what I did was I sat down with a small team that I've assembled, and I said, okay, what is the biggest problem that we have in an industry that we are intimately familiar with? And we found that the main problem is there wasn't any marketplace or any sort of website where you could acquire limited edition streetwear, sneakers, accessories. And then we put our heads together, we spoke with a few experts in the industry, and then I set up a small team of 4 people, and we started. And I started at 18, now I'm 21, and we currently have a team of about 18 people. So
I mean, you started at 18 years old. Do you know what I was doing at 18? I was the most unfocused person. Can I just ask before, I know everyone has a million questions. What is the tag that's on your shoe right now? Like why, this is going to age me a lot, but why do you leave that on? Is that like?
So it's actually for, it's a good question. It confuses a lot of people, but no, it's actually it's an authenticity tag. It certifies that the product that you have has been through certain checks and processes to make sure that it's authentic.
Oh yes, so what's the most exciting thing about, I'm sorry, I have no idea what your shoes, like what makes them really exciting?
Are you asking about these?
Yeah, your shoes.
So this is a Nike SB collaboration. It's called abstract art. So it's basically whatever you want it to be. Okay. So if it looks good to you, then it's good.
Okay.
That's what it
is. Good. Just making sure I know what I'm looking at. Okay. Jay, over to you.
Wow, Adnan, that's such a fascinating story, and I love that I don't know who influenced you to read these books early on. I got interested in books probably around 24, 25. That was when I read a real book instead of just the school books, and that has completely transformed my life. So my question would be, firstly, who influenced you? Was there somebody in your family or extended that influenced you? And what would be your top 2 or 3 books? So anybody that's listening right now wanting to kind of pursue their own passion.
Yeah, we know they say if you want to find out what you want to do, if you want to find out what you love, do what you hate. And I was in school, so that sort of put me on the track for it. But no, my father influenced me to read a lot of these books. My father reads quite a bit of books, and obviously it's lying around the house, you start picking it up and you start reading it. And I got more influenced obviously by the entrepreneurship books and the startup books and the business-based books. And you know, as you read more and more, you learn that all of these different books, even though they're from all corners of the world, the Arab world, America, Europe, they all have similar traits, you know, within them. And I guess the top books for me, I started off with Diary of a CEO. That was fantastic. I started with Start With Why. That was a fantastic book. And currently, right now, I'm on 50 Truths of a CEO. So I try to read as many books as I can. Yeah, so just to recap, it was my father that put me on.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I wanted to ask you, what are some of the challenges that you face starting your business?
There's a lot of challenges. There's challenges every day. I mean, we've got challenges today as well that we're facing. I guess the main challenge would be that, like I mentioned, there wasn't anything like this in the UAE, in the Middle East. So we sort of had to take inspiration and influence from competitors that were elsewhere. And obviously people do things differently elsewhere. Customers in the UK are different to customers here, and customers in Saudi and elsewhere. So I guess the main thing was trying to regionalize everything and adapt it for the UAE customer. Like I mentioned, stuff with same-day shipping, which everyone here is used to, but not elsewhere. So I guess that was definitely a big hurdle. But you know, we have challenges every day, and it's just a matter of dealing with them as fast as you can.
By the way, did you think being younger helped you take on such a big risk, or do you think as you become more experienced and older, you'd be willing to take on more risks?
So I think being younger is definitely a bit riskier, but at the same time it's not. It's sort of like a conundrum, because while you don't have any responsibilities like marriage and all of that, it is easier, but at the same time you are very young and inexperienced. So it's sort of a, you know, you're at an impasse, if that makes sense.
What is like the most memorable moment that you had since you started your business? Is there any milestones that you've achieved and you thought like it's great?
Yeah, there's definitely a few. I guess one of them would be obviously when we got our first office. That was a big thing. Working with all of these celebrities, you know, we work with a lot of celebrities. So especially at a young age, when people like Jason Derulo come to Dubai, you know, different groups, Offset, Migos group, all these rappers that, you know, you sort of grow up listening to, and then they're actually here and they're working as part of your brand, and you know, you're with them. I think that's definitely a big milestone. And obviously just growing the team and helping to serve more customers, that's definitely a big milestone that we've achieved.
Like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, Adnan, thank you so much for being with us today.
Pleasure, thank you very much.
And we've got the Experience 60 with Dina right now.
We do, and I've got my handy card right behind me. Now, you didn't know this was going to happen, but we're going to get to know you right before we let you go, and you can stay here to witness us getting to know him. So I'm going to have the timer go off. We're going to have a minute, and let's see how many questions I can get through.
Okay, let's do it.
You ready to go? Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. The best advice you have ever gotten?
Don't give up.
Don't give up. Okay, the worst advice you've ever gotten?
It's no. Give up. I have been told many times, your color of your skin is not right, your accent's not right, you're just not the right person for doing this job many times.
Well, I'm glad you ignore them. What is the best advice that you can give to young entrepreneurs today?
Start early. Start as many different things you can.
Any New Year's resolutions that you're planning on sticking to?
I don't do resolutions.
Ah, why?
I do visions. So it's 3 years, 5 years in the future.
Okay, what's your vision?
Oh, it'll take a while, yeah. The timer's going to go off.
Your top spot in Dubai?
Oh, right now my home. I'm living in Jumeirah Islands, absolutely loving it, yeah.
A superpower you wish you had?
I think I have all the powers I need to have. Just get to be me.
What was that?
All the powers I already have all the powers I need to have.
Oh, you just
need to be me.
That is the most unusual answer we've gotten. And lastly, why Dubai?
Oh, I love the culture, I love the people, I love the energy, I love the vibe that is here in the city. It's just everything is so welcoming and amazing.
Thank you so much. You've been such a great guest. We had great guests today for our first episode back, so thank you to all of you.
Inspiring.
And I wish I could be 18 all over again and have you as a friend. Things would have been different.
Definitely. Thank you very much.
Yeah, big thank you to Ajit for guest co-hosting, to you, Adnan, for joining us.
Tom.
Thank you very much indeed, gentlemen. The two A's, double A, either side us. Listen, we ain't done just yet. We've got another A coming your way. Jabbo's going to be in the house playing us out after this.